Well, it says I'm live. We're doing it again. Um, it's cold. I don't know where to look. When I'm looking in this, looks like I'm looking down. So where do I look? I guess I look in that little. Hey, happy prepper. How are you, darling? This is my second live, so I'm not very good at this. I'm just practicing, really. Oh, there she goes. Well, she does her squeaky all the time. So look, I don't know where to look. Look at this screen. Hey, Paisley Dreams. Maybe more people are on Saturdays. I I had to take a break. I was epoxying tumblers and had all my windows open and the fans going, and I couldn't take it anymore. I have to wear this thing, and so finally that kind of cleared out the odor, kind of cleared out enough that I could take a break and just seeing how everybody's doing. I think you look at the camera eye. Well, I'm assuming the little light right there is the eye. If I'm looking up there, hey, Scott. So if I'm looking at the light, is that looking? That just looks weird. I don't know. My fingers are cold. I had to have all my windows open and the fans going. When you use epoxy, it's the odor or the fumes get really bad. So I have everything opened up. Yep, that is straight on. It just looks weird. Oh well, I guess I'll just stare at. If I'm not looking at comments, I'll look at the bright light. So yeah, Burr, it's cold. I don't even know what the degrees is. It's sunny outside again. So what's everybody doing on a Saturday? Oh, I'm making my iced tea. James from Harshman Hills doesn't like iced tea. Hey Josh, how are you? From Australia. I know. Hey, you know what? It's about 10 minutes to 3 here where I'm at. What time is it where you're at in Australia? I was going to look that up the other day. Let's see how cold it is. It is 0. There's a little camera. Can you see? 0 degrees. Yeah. We've had a really mild winter. Oh, you got a cold too, boy, darling. I'll tell you what. When I got that cold, it was pretty bad. I actually got over the cold part the pretty quickly, but the cough didn't go away. I mean, I couldn't even walk like 3 steps or take a deep breath without coughing like crazy. Got on my. I thought, well, I'll do another non-toxic project. I got a couple more hats I got to do. Just woke up. It's oh my gosh, 6 a.m. Oh, it's Sunday. Oh, so you're a whole day ahead of us. Wow. Yeah, that is. This is an iron-on vinyl. I love iron-on. Of it. So I'm taking a break from the tumblers. I still haven't heard from Ruthie. I don't know if she has. I've put up notices and everything, and I don't know. Am I supposed to notify everybody if they win something? I think that's. I don't know. I really haven't had time just to. I don't know what the procedure is. Most of the time, when you enter it into a drawing or a thing, you kind of pay attention to them. I do. I want to know if I won. So I guess I'm going to have to go and on her page maybe on and let her know she won. Whew, I still smell a little bit of the toxins. I still got a breeze going in here, but hey, Jeannie, it's Saturday. I thought, well, maybe I'd catch more people on. Miss Ginger's glaring at me because I stopped playing with her. I was trying to catch up on people's videos, but I didn't get very far with that either. When you mess with epoxy, there's a time limit. So I kind of let after I mix the epoxy, I let it sit for a little bit so that it has more of a thickness, so it's not so drippy and everything. Yeah, Josh, are the fires over there by you? You know, I really didn't. I don't watch the news, so I didn't really know a whole lot about that. I finally went on Facebook. I don't really even go on Facebook anymore, uh, and saw all of that. I do have people that are on Facebook that are from Australia. I was going to try to because I today was going to be my epoxying day. So I was going to. I've got some molds that I've got to make a. I've got a pistol mold. I got to make a couple of those keychains um, for people. Now she's laying down. Or I guess I should look up there. Let me grab my tea. My iced tea. I went to Walmart yesterday and uh, forgot my lemons. Man, that gets addicting. I drink lemon water. I make my own kind of lemonade, and I'm out of lemons. Oh, my fingers are just now kind of thawing out. Do you want to say something? I don't know if she can see herself. Look, it can go over here. No, she's awful. Oh my gosh. This morning, yeah, Jeannie, I tell you, it's addicting. It's like it's you know, I almost get a craving for it. Oh, that's good, Josh. I don't know anything. That's one of my bucket lists. I wish I could go over to Australia. Ever since I watched Man from Snowy River years ago, of course, you know, it was like uh, that was one of my favorite movies. Oh, she's just awful. Oh my gosh. Yesterday when I was at Walmart and I got back in the pickup, I leave my pickup running. You can do that in North Dakota. Nobody, well, I do lock it, but you really don't have to worry about anybody stealing your rig. And I came out and got in, and I was sitting there for a minute because just from the door to my pickup, which wasn't very far, it was so frigid. And I didn't put my gloves back on. My fingers were so cold, so I was sitting there, you know, in front of the heater, letting. And this guy walks. His vehicle was parked next to ours, and I was all hunkered down to the heater. She went off like a freaking junkyard dog. She was going to eat somebody. Scared the daylights out of me. Scared him too. And you know the funny thing is she probably wouldn't do anything, but I don't let anybody know that. Oh, I know, Paisley. It's terrible. Whatever you're getting into, get out of it. Yeah, you better. See, no, I don't know what's over there, but when her not, she's like a hound dog or a blood. What do you call those dogs that? You better quit it. She doesn't bite. She mouths. Oh, I know. And you know because our fingers don't have any fat on them, so our fingers are what get coldest the fastest. I saw a guy walking yesterday. Now he was all bundled up, but there's no way. That's why I like leaving in the winter. You guys got to help me keep an eye on her. Ooh, she's a sneaky little girl. Yeah, they're watching you. There. I got my trampoline. I have one of those little trampolines that because I can't, I don't. It's just too cold and miserable to walk or take her out. So I got one of them little kid trampolines, and I just stand on it and walk. It's better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, Josh, she's a hoot. I'll tell you. She keeps me popping. Scares the daylights out of you though when it's real quiet. I listen. Well, I don't have it on right now, but I'm sure you've seen that Bluetooth thing that I wear. So a lot of times it's quiet in here because I have my Bluetooth and I can hear everything, and so it's real quiet for her. Well, if she hears a noise or something, she just goes off. I know it is a big cut, but it's filled with mostly ice, but it keeps me drinking. I have like three of these because I keep one in my pickup, one in here, and then one in my semi. That's kind of the only way I'll remember to drink something or not have to stop to get something to drink. And I do drink a lot of, man, y'all could tell me to go look in the mirror before I do something. I do drink a lot of iced tea and water, and that's about it. Perrier, I'll do the what are they? I'll think of it in a minute. Now it's gonna kill me. I can't think of what it is. What's the degrees where everybody's at? What time is it anyway? It's 3 o'clock here. Okay. Okay, Paisley. Gotta let the dogs out. Boy, I think dogs have us on a leash. I'll tell you what, time schedule and everything else. Yes, you're pain. No, no, go away. I don't want to talk to you. She's peeking through my legs. Go find your toy. Where's it? Go get your toy. It's over there. Go get your toy. Go on. No, go get that one. Get it. Whatever. I went into Menards yesterday. Uh, it's 5 o'clock here. What do you mean 5 o'clock, Jeannie? 5 in the morning or five? Oh, it's 5 in the evening. Wow, you guys are 2 hours ahead of me. Scott. Oh, I just saw. Oh, dang it. I swear you do it on purpose. Wait a minute. See, go away. She gets it stuck. Jerk. Now. She did it again. I'm not getting it. No, go get your other one. Oh, they are so smart. I don't care what anybody said. Dogs know exactly. Ow. Dogs know exactly what they're doing. Sit down, down, down. Let's see. Uh oh, somebody's got a thing. Howdy, yes, there's little shits. Dang it, quit it. I gotta show whoever's comment. I think this is SD's show. They are. I'll tell you what. I sent you another email, SD. I picked a different font. It's a bolder font, and don't worry. It's kind of I'll get it figured out. It's just it's fonts, finding the right kind of fonts to fit that kind of stuff. So it's not a big deal. Mine was a twerp. What's a twerp? Okay, I have been digging out. Are you under snow? Kevin O'Donnell. Hi. I don't think I've seen you before, but hi. I just posted my shout out Saturday. Oh, wait a minute. My phone is. I had to do my shout out Saturday as kind of a rerun because, like I said, I was um, epoxying stuff and I have to wear this thing. So yeah, it's quite attractive, but I had to get a I had to get a cup done so it would be ready. Don't argue with me. You tried a video and the phone died 6 degrees. Plan on trying 6 degrees. Yeah, it's zero here. 0 degrees. At least it's not below. Yeah, I can't do anything outside. It was cold yesterday, but uh oh, another thing. I have looked all over for my address book. I went in I had to go to the post office to mail some things out a couple weeks ago, and I carry my big address book because I put it on. I used the post office's tags, and I think I left my address book there. So, and I'm going to be mailing out more stickers. So, any one of you guys, uh, email me your address at GdyUpGal because I can't. There's a few things I can't mail out. I have something for Doyle, Blue Bike and Doyle, and oh, why is it so hard for me, you guys? This is why I don't do tutorials because I can't ever remember names. You do, Scott? Yeah, I mean, I've had to wear. Well, it was because I hauled oil and I worked around H2S all day, every day, so I had to wear one a lot too. I don't like them. 6 to 7 foot snow drifts. Ooh, see, we don't have that much snow. I can't find my address book, Jeannie. I can't. So, if for some reason I don't get it located. I'm hoping I left it at the post office when I did some other things. And the only I realized I can't find it anywhere because I have some things to mail out to you. You know, I told you was it yesterday or the other day I had something that I made for you and Scott. And I have something for Doyle at Blue Bike and Doyle, and then so anyway, y'all, if you want me to have your address, I'm mailing out stickers. I'm mailing out some other things that I got for this year. Just email me your address at gdyupgalgypsyadventures at yahoo.com because I'm hoping I can recover my address book. I had a lot more than just addresses in it. Get out from under me. Oh, y'all. Does anybody want to babysit Miss Ginger? I feel really lucky, Esty, that we over where I'm at in Dickinson, it hasn't been bad. You know, we had a couple of little storms, but then right after that we had good weather. Well, to us it's good weather. It was in the 30s, 20s and 30s. So the roadways were clear and I can't handle the wind. Me, Scott, I'm hoping you and Jeannie can come out this summer. Um, I told you in the beginning, at work. And this is my plan this summer, because I can take riders with me on the truck, and I'd love to be able to invite, some of you, not all at once, of course, but to, come out and spend the day with me in the big truck, and we can take a day and go sightseeing or camping or whatever. You probably have to bring, if you've got a way to camp, because I don't have those kind of accommodations to put people up. We had freezing rain, sleet. Yeah, I know that's. Ugh. I've been telling everybody next fall I can't do it. I can't be in here like this. I can't be stuck like this. I'm not motivated enough to bundle up as much as we have to. We have tents. I can't before. I've always camped in tents, and then I have my stock trailer. If you look back at some of my old video, or if you go to one of my videos, which one is it? Riva Gap, South Dakota. It shows one of my camping videos where I just have my stock trailer, and I sleep in the front of my pickup. Or if it's not that cold, I set up my stock trailer, and then with my living quarters trailer, that's a little bit fancier. I camp in that, but I camped for years in a tent. I've dealt with snakes and skunks and bugs. I don't do that no more. But yeah, I even got to where in tents I would bring the blow up mattresses because I just don't do the hard ground. What's the swag, Josh? I just camp with my swag. SD, it's a fine line. I when my son, now he's 26. Uh, I asked him, uh, my property that I had, my little ranch that I had, if he wanted it. I mean, and he was like, we're in Montana. Um, and granted, everybody says, "Oh, want to live and go in Montana." Well, there's certain areas that aren't, that just really aren't that um, beautiful. I guess. I lived north of Billings. It was all dry land and everything, and uh, it wouldn't be my first choice. So anyway, he said he would like to have a place still in Montana, but not in that area. So I sold. I sold when he moved out of the house. I sold my property, which was nice because then hey Jen, how are you? I just paid everything off and just was going to just decide what I wanted to do. Of course, I was working over here in North Dakota hauling oil, and my son still can't decide where he wants to have some property. So I've never rebought property. And then I decided I don't want to own any property. I want to be able to pick up and go. I have had so many animals. I had, like I said, I think I did in the last live, I raised pigs for pork. I raised two a year, two steers a year, each one of those, one to sell and one to butcher. Chickens anywhere from 30 to 100 chickens because when we butcher, I used to give a whole bunch to our food bank, our local food bank. Um, Let me see my goats. I had my goats. I don't like goat meat, so I never butchered the goats. But once I sold all that, it felt kind of good to be able to just go when I wanted and where I wanted, not to have to worry about anything. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I do miss homesteading. I was never really a gardener. I've got kind of a light green thumb. But I used to trade. I used to trade goat's milk for vegetables. I used to trade meat for vegetables. I mean, I did all that kind of stuff. So it worked out for me in the end. My goat's milk, I did. I made hot processed soap, made a lot of hot processed soap, made a lot of different cheeses. Most of my cheeses were experiments. Some of them turned out really good, some of them not so good. But yeah, I made yogurt from it. My son's favorite, I used to make him goat milk fudge. I made the regular fudge and peanut butter chocolate fudge. That was really good. Swag is a camp bed. Oh, thank you, Josh. I was wondering what that was. Isn't it funny how we all have different things for meanings? God, I wish he wasn't into squeakies. Uh, so, it's been kind of nice for me to just kind of go and just throw my dog in the pickup and go. But if you go back into the search engine and look up, like I said, Riva Gap, South Dakota, that's, one of my camping uh, things over here. And I stayed in my pickup, or any of my West Texas, I stayed in my pickup a lot because I fit right in the front seat. Miss Ginger did the back seat, and I'm not high dollar. I do what's convenient, and oh, are you leaving? Oh no, never mind. Take it back. So it's been kind of nice to be cut loose of so many responsibilities. I've always had them all growing up. You get up at 4 a.m. and go out and take care of all the chores, and then you come in and do your breakfast, and you know they don't. It's my life. Uh, so it does. It feels kind of good to not have as much to have to take care of and be able to go. Uh, I think one of my videos where I was in Kansas City, Scott City, Kansas, or something like that. I don't know. I have quite a few camping videos, but this summer I'm hoping I'm going to tell my boss. This is my third year with him, so he knows I'm reliable. That I'm probably going to take 3 or 4 days off. You know, probably 3 days a week off, Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays off, so that I can have some fun, do something. I do miss it, and I think when the day comes that I can't ride anymore, and I do find some place to have a little piece of land, uh, it's all I want. It's just a little chunk. It's all I want. I have no interest. It's funny how our bucket lists change over the years, our needs and wants change over the years. I always pictured myself married with about a dozen kids on a ranch and fixing fence with kids hanging all off on me, and you know, but don't always go the way we think it is. But I'm happy. I think about the only thing that disappoints me is that this type 2 diabetes. That makes it hard, y'all. I don't like food enough to constantly prepare something. And that's the thing you have to do. I'm not into buying a bunch of processed, these pre-made uh, foods that are supposed to be for diabetics. Uh, but I can't just go if I know I haven't eaten. I need to eat some. I can't just go and throw some bread in the toaster and have some toast and chocolate milk. I can't do that anymore. Ooh, I gotta turn my heater on. I'll tell you what I gotta make next. I gotta get the. I've already made some. I've had this for a long time. These are molds for. I just make keychains out of them. I have made some other stuff out of them too, but I got so many molds. That'll be my next project. Oh, I guess I got to start just talking to myself when I'm. You're on, right? Those are awesome. I like interesting stuff. I have all different kinds of molds. Um, if I could find a little, I'm looking for a little rifle, an older rifle mold. Yeah, Scott. It's different for you, or Scott, Jeannie. You know, the only thing is that you guys have your grandkids all the time, so you need a little bit more room for them. Kids got to have their space, and you got to have a space to be able to send them. Miss Ginger is pretty compact, so she's easy to, uh, for the most part. Oh, now she drops it. Did it? Did it? Did it? Like I had to get all this my horse trailer. It was so cold in there. I couldn't even handle that. I was only in there for about 10 minutes. I'm thinking probably I'm gonna look. Once I get back to work, I'm gonna see how everything is going, and I think I'd like to have somebody come out around June, sometime in June. Yep, Jeannie, that would be. Oh nope, that's SD. You guys are all running into each other. Yeah, and but the problem is, it's just like going someplace south is finding someplace that has water. Unless you go over to like Florida. And I don't know. Next fall, I'm going to go down to Arizona. When I head down, when I leave for the winter, I go to the NFR in Las Vegas. So I'll do that and then make my way down. I'd like to go and visit with Susie and Bill, pop in for a day or so and visit with them and then head over to Arizona. But this fall after that, and all my friends that head over to Florida wanted me to go to Florida. Well, I'm just not into alligators, and but I do. I want to go and check it out. That's smart, Jeannie. If you come out here, you could bring one. But the problem is being in the truck. Like sometimes I'm out. If you've watched some of my videos, it's not like you can go out and I can come all the way back to bring you back. You come out in the big truck with me, you're stuck with me for that day. Winter in the warmth, yeah. Last year I spent it in Las Vegas. Oh, SD NFR is so fun. I stayed in Las Vegas last winter because I thought, oh, fun, 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 right? But visiting Vegas is fun. Being there for long periods of time is not fun. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe tops, because I ride. So, going and seeing the sights and doing all of that, that is fun. But if you're there for any length of time, then you actually get the big picture of all the craziness, the gunfire, the fight, the shootings, the drugs, and no, kind of tainted me a little bit. But the NFR is definitely fun. I felt in my element there. Uh, they've got 3 big trade shows that goes on, and a lot of crafters. Oh gosh, the beautiful stuff they do. You and Jeannie are getting rid of a bunch of stuff? Cool. What would probably work for you guys is one of those pop-up camper tents. They've got a little refrigerator, they've got an AC, they're lightweight. If you're not camping full time, those are awesome. We grew up, we had a camper growing up. And then we had one of those also. So it kind of depended on what we were doing. And those little pop-up campers or pull-behind campers are great. I know, Jeannie. The alligators. My friends that go there in the summer or in the winter, they're wanting me to come and hang out. These are all guys and gals that I work with, wanting me to come there. Yet they're sending me pictures of alligators. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm safe in my horse trailer, I'm sure, but they'll get underneath the horse trailer and I'll go to step out. Yeah, I don't know about that. And I don't think those little pop-up ones, well, if you get a new one, they're pretty they're pretty spendy. But you can pick one up fairly cheap that's only maybe 4 or 5 years old. People just aren't using them. Jan, uh, I've had alligator once. That being so, I have no reference on whether what's good or bad. I wasn't impressed. You could tell me how it's supposed to taste. I chewed and chewed and chewed and chewed and chewed, and the only flavor I could get was the ranch dressing. So the snakes, yeah, I have a pair of snake boots because I was down in South Texas for 4 years, hauling oil down there, and we go on locations and stuff. And let me tell, I have pictures. I should say I was chased by a water moccasin. There was no snake boot that was going to protect me from that. My legs and running and being scared to death saved me. There was a cruise to Florida. I'd like to go on a cruise, but I had this eardrum busted years ago when I was younger, so I get really affected by like elevators and waves and stuff. So it just depends on whether or not, I don't know if I could do. Everybody says a bigger boat is better. I don't know. I've just been, and I love to fish. I'd love to go deep sea fishing. Jan, you're probably right. It wasn't cooked right, or it was probably 100 years old, or who knows. Oh, one of those big cruises. Yeah, I'd probably do it if a few friends went. Um, just to, it's not a bucket list thing, but I would probably do it. Oh yeah, to Mexico. Well, see, that's one of the things I'm going to do when I go to Arizona this winter. I want to I want to go over the border and check out Mexico and do all of that. And see, that's what I'm thinking too. I don't think there'd be. I used to have to when I was a kid. I used to have to take Dramamine when we were going to go to because we lived out mountains in the middle of nowhere. So I got car sick really bad. Always have to take Dramamine, and I can't ride in the back seat. My friends used to get really mad. I either drove or I got the front seat because I would be puking down their necks if I had to ride in the back seat. And they almost experienced it once. They all thought I was just bullshitting because I didn't want to ride in the back seat. And no, the minute you start hearing that, yep, me too. I've seen it. I've watched. I watched the like the Discovery Channel and that kind of stuff, and it shows that kind of. It don't matter how big you are, little you are. You probably if you're gonna get sick, you're gonna get sick. Oh, that would be a bummer to pay that kind of money and with your friends and they end up being, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I should have waited. I already drank my coffee. I should be drinking that right now. I'm starting to warm up a little bit. I'm gonna have to go on uh Miss Ruthie's channel and tell her what's up, girlfriend, because she hasn't even contacted me about that. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she doesn't really want it. I don't know. I'll do another drawing if she doesn't. There and to the Bahamas, Mexico are the best, but I'm good, been there, done that. Don't like leaving home. The way things are, I know it's kind of spooky. I it's six one way, half a dozen another for me. I don't watch the news because I internalize everything. But I don't watch the news, so I don't know anything either. So I just kind of hear bits and pieces, and uh, nope. So Scott, it's sunny. It's beautiful, sunny. It's just cold here. Jen, I'm hit and miss, hermit. I have my house mouse days. Uh, and that's why I want to stay in, and I do my deep cleaning and do my laundry and do whatever pre-cooking that I want to do, and then I'm done. And then I can't. That's why this has been making me crazy because I can't do anything outside. It's too dang cold, and I haven't gotten to see my horse now. Like I said, he's turned out. He's happy. He's just being a horse, but I won't see him because he's out on a million acres. North Dakota is nothing but acreage. SD, it's probably not a woman thing. I don't know. I just really internalize it. I don't blame your wife. I don't want to. It's hard enough keeping our daily life, upbeat. I just hope my friends know me well enough that if the shit's gonna hit the fan, that they're gonna be calling me up and saying, "Okay, you need to watch the news now, or you need to pack it up now." Uh, I don't know. And I normally don't watch TV, but because I'm staying housebound or in, for this winter, and I've got TV, but the stupid things that I watch are, let me see, what have I been watching? They're mostly those, what do you call them? Like the housewives of whatever, the drama ones, and uh, they're just silly stuff. I've watched a couple of history stuff. I don't know. I'm mostly on YouTube now. I'm mostly on my design thing and designing a whole bunch of stuff. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm trying to, get some projects done. And I am so mad. I was designing a. This is one of the pitfalls of. I was designing um, a decal. I had it almost done, and I forgot to save it. And it was a lot of detail stuff. Yeah, Josh, I know. I Here's the deal about me. I used to too. I had my house, my old ranch house. The whole underneath basement. Trust me, it was filled for Armageddon if something ever happened. But then when I downsized, so my place, I just can't keep that much. I can't keep anything now. So I keep bullets. I keep my all my safety stuff, and just it is what it is. I'm prepared to be able to take care of myself food wise, but I just can't have that much. The news is fake. We get our information from other sources other than regular news sources. Yeah, you're probably right. See, Paisley, and I wouldn't, with my anxiety and, work, my son is 26 years old, but that's my baby. It's killing me not to, I texted him because I backed off with texting him every day. When my child moved out, it was like two or three times a day. Honey, are you okay? Do you need anything? I'm going to Walmart. Do you need anything, honey? What? Blah blah blah. Oh my gosh. So I've really reined in on that, and now if I haven't heard from him in a couple 3 days, I just text him and say, "Hey." And he knows his mama needs to know that he's okay. Been like it's cold and but he's a man, you know. He knows how to keep warm and it just kills me. Yeah, bestie. That's kind of what you have to do. Like I said, I hope my friends are the ones that keep me informed if something really happens. Hi, Nona Grace. How are you? This is my second live. You made it. This is kind of an accidental live, too. I had to stop doing what I was doing, and I had epoxy. I was doing some stuff, and with that, I have to have my windows open and the fans going, and I have to wear my this lovely thing, but it was getting too cold, and so I had to stop. I had to leave everything open, but had to stop to let it air out. So I just closed everything up. I was so cold. I figured maybe some people were home on Saturdays. I haven't even got to watch your video yet today, Nona. I know Nona is grandma, and so your grandkids probably call you Nona Grace instead of Mary Grace. I just keep calling you. You're braver than me. I have thought about it over the 6 months, but haven't worked up the nerve. You know, it just you just have to be careful. When I pick an epoxy, I pick a food grade epoxy in a 1-to-1 ratio. I don't get into all these. Okay, you got to put 2/3 of this and 1/3 of that. And I do it as simple as possible. And I wear these are nitrile gloves. I'm pretty covered up, but I've been doing it for quite a long time. And um, you're not getting any more food either. I heard her hitting her bowl. No, you're not. But after you do it for a little while, it becomes kind of a habit and a routine. And just do small stuff. No, you don't have to do anything real big. Let me see. I'll show you. Like, I got to make a thing of magnets. Here, I'll show you. I haven't even. These are going to be magnets. They wanted dream catchers on them. Well, I had found some dream catcher. Uh, no, get away. Good Lord. Some water slide dream catchers, but it didn't look good. It didn't work. And so now I got to do something else. But, I got to make magnets out of just little stuff. Right now, I showed them, I've got 3 orders for gun keychains. I've made tons of those. Everybody wants those. See what else. I got hearts and states. I've been making the state keychains for people. See, just little states with epoxy. You don't have to do big stuff. Um, just do a little bit at a time. The food grade, just Google. I mean, you can get it off of, like, most of my stuff I have to get off of Amazon because I'm here in BFE, North Dakota. I don't have like a Michaels. Our closest Michaels is in Bismarck. So rather than drive over there, but when you go on, what is it called? I don't have it right here what I use, but I use a few of them. All you have to do is on Amazon, if you don't have a craft store, is put in food grade epoxy and that'll bring it up. What is beautiful? Oh, my little magnets. There they are. They're pretty cute. I've done quite a few of those. And then my coasters. I can't believe how many people still use, you know, coasters. Uh, I just do. I'm not. Now she's dragging her boat. No, you've already eaten. Well, is Sioux City far from you? Now I'll tell you. I mean, Sioux Falls. When I was in Las Vegas, oh my gosh, Michael's and Hobby Lobby. That's when I made. I did when I was there. Was I made all the stuff for my friend's wedding, all kinds of stuff for her wedding, and I made um, her invitations, everything. Hey Cindy, how are you? I'm glad you finally saw my. I had to tell you also about the bucket list. Crocheting coasters? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the ones that I do, the coasters that I do are just on tiles. Um, oh, okay, SD. Well, if you do go to Michael's, make sure you put the app on your phone because it saves you a lot of money on stuff when you go. Um, the Michael's app, and you get like anywhere from between a 40 and a 60 um percent discount. Let me see what it is for me right now. Oh, they have weekly ads, more. But it is you can get some pretty good stuff and get a pretty good discount. What's on their clearance? I can order stuff, um, but it's just actually easier. See, like I have a 40% in store or online coupon right on my phone, 60% off in store only, 60% off any one regular price item. In store online, 20% off the purchase of frames, display cases, shadow boxes. I mean, it's worth it with those. Yeah, it could be addicting. I guess I'm lucky that I can't fit that much in my horse trailer. That's why all my this is the crafts art stuff that you see right here. It's this table all the way down and underneath this table. And that's not even all of it that is in my horse trailer. It was in I have got that's why I've got to redo everything. Yep, Nona. Yep, you get that with the app. I'll just download the Michaels app and it'll ask you which store you want, but it doesn't matter which store you go in. Uh and you always I always had my phone with me. So I have the Hobby Lobby. I even have Harbor Freight. Oh god, Harbor Freight in Las Vegas was great. Now you have to realize too that if you're going to do more crafty stuff that I mean, not like you're not going to find things like epoxy at a dollar store or that kind of stuff, but you have to weigh out, purchasing something at Michael's or Hobby Lobby that really is twice cheaper at the dollar store. So once you get going on checking that kind of stuff, I know, Cindy, Harbor Freight, oh gosh. I walk in there and I just walk it like I walk Walmart, up and down, up and down. You don't have a Michael's, Jeannie? Yeah, well, I don't either. It's a couple hours. Well, it's about an hour and a half away from me. You're at work, Cindy? Yep. You know what though, SD? Those all those signs at Hobby Lobby, you could probably make yourself. The only thing that keeps me from making a lot of those signs, I don't have room. Now I've had people that will order something, and if they want to prepay, and I'll buy the materials for that and make it, and out it goes. But there's not a lot of things that I can have pre-made and sit around. Decals, that's a different story. Hi, Brian. How are you? I did watch your video. I didn't get a chance to. to acknowledge it about the shout outs. And you're right. You know, when we do those shout outs, we know not everybody is going to subscribe to everybody. My channel is such a mishmash of, I have a variety of interests and a variety of friend types and stuff. So I'm okay subscribing to some places now or some channels. But if I can't understand you, if you don't speak English, if you don't have subtitles, I'm probably not going to subscribe. That being said, you have to understand too, Brian. Hello, everyone. Um, you know, there's a lot of times, and I'll use you, Nona Grace, for instance. If you're just having a discussion with us, I love it. I have my Bluetooth on. I can listen to you. If I don't have time to sit, I can listen to you and do my dishes, do whatever, blah blah blah. I can even go out, take Miss Ginger out potty. So unless it's a cooking something where I need to watch or whatever, a lot of videos I just have on my Bluetooth. Is somebody new? Living Face. Hi, Living Face. But I'm not gonna just. I've had so many come on that says, "Oh, I sub to you, now sub to me." I'm not gonna do that. I'll come and check your channel out, and uh, you know, my channel's not for everybody. My channel this winter has changed because I'm not traveling around. I'm not bebopping around. I'm not sightseeing. It's too dang cold and miserable. I had planned on doing more cooking videos, but if you want to see, look at this is my table now. I had gotten it all cleaned off with most of my crafts, and then there's more crafts there. I mean, it's just kind of changed. Yeah, Brian, I do too. You know, and I might sub, even if it's not something that I'll watch all the time, if I have other subscribers that I think might be interested, because, you know, I dedicate Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays to you guys. I mean, I did it last year. I added more, you know, when Susie at Out West Homestead and Ruthie at Popple Backyard Homestead started doing the kind of shout outs that we're doing now. Um, so I added that to my Saturdays. Mondays have always been my Monday mentions. Just last year, I usually mention two or three. But this year I just dedicate to one of my subscribers that is an active, you know, on my channel. Nona Grace, I bet, but you know it's hard. It's hard when you have a lot of interest and likes of what you'd like to do, and you know how to do a whole bunch. I laughed so hard at your magic. I'd have been all tied up with that string. You know, Scott, I do too. I look. You know, I told you guys a long time ago I was scared to death to do this, but I'm no good at regular videos. Y'all watch my videos. I get, I forget. I mean, I forget words anyway. Forget what I'm trying to say. My brain moves faster than my mouth, if you can believe that. And so I don't have an on-screen presence. So this is a lot more friend for me, you know, to get on and yak with you guys. And the thing is, Scott, you got to quit changing your channel stuff. You get. I had tried. Some of you remember, I tried doing the live when I was in Sydney and I was at the truck stop there. I wasn't. I was pushing the wrong buttons, and that made me have a panic attack, and it was awful. Uh, so I don't know why. I just decided I was just going to do it. You know, I want to. Y'all are every everybody has a reason for doing YouTube, and most of you know why I do YouTube. So I'm not trying to be, you know, I'm not trying to entertain you, really. I mean, I'm not that entertaining. Oh, we're just friends. That's all it is. Brian, me too. I'll see if it was 0 degrees uh when I first came online. So we'll or on live. Oops. No, it's still 0 degrees. How do you do this where you can see? See, there's a 0 there. 0 degrees. So, and it's breezy out, so that makes it worse. God, I liked your Squatch or Sasquatch or whatever it is videos, but I'll tell you, man, I internalized everything. I was like this watching the whole time. I knew something was going to jump out, or you were going to have one of the kids go blah and scare the daylights out of me. I can't go to scary movies or anything because I picture myself being in that moment right there. I'm not any good at that. Okay, SD, have fun digging out. And that email I sent you, like I said, I changed up the font a little bit, and it's no problem if you see that and think, okay, you want something a little bit different. It's no biggie. I Like I said, I just dink around with them. Today you're having bad winds and freezing rain. Oh no! It's 8 degrees here in Iowa. Fall, Iowa feels like -12. Yeah. Oh, and she whacks me with that thing if I don't pay attention to her. No, take it and go play. I need to get a babysitter for her. Oh my gosh. And another thing, before you leave, SD, anything that I make up to you, it doesn't matter what color. I just happen to change the color. It can be made any color. But the whole point is if I send that to you, it's an idea. And that way, if you go to some place to find and make your channel stickers, they'll have an idea and they can probably better do it, right? They've got bigger and better programs, but it'll give them a better idea of what you want. Oh, thank you, Brian. She's a hoot. She's a good girl. I've raised healers for 35 years and they've all had their individual quirks. And what are you smelling? Yeah. And she's like a little kid once mama's eyes aren't paying attention to her. Don't you argue. And she just gets so sassy. But I love her. She makes it interesting. She keeps me real. She she's just a trip and a joy to have in the semi. Okay, Cindy, have fun at work. Hope it doesn't get you in trouble. Oh, living faith. We haven't had that much snow. I feel blessed. It's just these last couple of weeks have been so cold. They've been in single digits and below. Up until then, we've had it, 20 and 30 degrees, which is that's cool with me. I'm okay with that. But it's supposed to be getting like next week. I think it's going to be back up my daily. Yeah, so Monday it's going to be 28 degrees. Oh my gosh, Tuesday 40 degrees. I hope so because I can't. I got to get into my horse trailer and kind of do stuff, and it's just too cold to do anything in there. Oh gosh. Her ball again. Hold on. If you wouldn't throw it at me, lose it. Till next Friday. Yeah, I'm shocked we're getting 40. But like I said, I can't complain. We've had a fairly decent weather this year. But I am headed south next fall. I can't take this being indoors. Oh, bye, Josh. Thank you so much for popping in. Ooh, I should get lotto numbers from you. You're from tomorrow. I wonder if that works. I don't even play lotto. I keep thinking about it though. Sometimes she really throws that thing at me. She's bonked me a few times. Come on, Ginger. Go take it over there. I mean, it's just like a little kid, when mom goes into the bathroom, mom, 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 or mom gets on the phone. I wonder if that works too. Wouldn't it be great if it did? If what works? Did I miss something? Oh, Scott, yeah. Yeah, she's pretty good. She's she's never gotten to be a real Lotto. Yeah, no, I wonder if it works too. We'll have to get Josh to be our side guy. Like she's never gotten to be a real cow dog because I work all the time. She's in the truck, or now it's wintertime. I'm not going out with any cows, but I've taken her out a few times, and she has the gist of it. I mean, she can do it. She just has never had any formal training. Now, my other dogs, my other healers that I've always had, have always had. She doesn't even ride in the back of the pickup. Oh, okay, Brian. Well, good for you. Glad you drove her to work if the roads are bad. Thank you so much for coming in, too. Hey, you be careful on the roads. Our roads, that's the thing, our roads are fairly clear because we'll have a snow day and then cold days, which makes it ice, and then we'll have a fairly decent day and it melts it all off. Oh, see, I just found where is it at? Right up here in this corner, right there is what tells me how long I've been on. I've already been on an hour. And that's, when I talk about getting 1,000 subs, like I said, it has nothing to do with monetizing. I want to be able to do that, or the comment thing where you can see people leave a post and say they're going. You know what though? I just saw something that you can say you're doing a live at a certain time. So I might look into that too. So I just don't know what time everybody is available to do this. And I don't want to go live when other people are going on. Oh no, no, I figured it out. It is so easy. I felt like a dork that I didn't make another attempt after the first time I tried this summer. Yeah, Jan, it does go it does go by fast. But I'll tell you what I realized too. If y'all are working on trying to get your hours of watch time up, this is the way to do it because just that one live I did, it bumped my hours up, and people were on, and I didn't have. how many people did I have? Probably 6 or 7. No, I don't know how many people I had on that, but there was quite a few, and the conversations just flow. Scott, like I'm on my laptop. I don't know how to do it on a iPad or a tablet. I can't do it on my phone. But if you go on your channel, when you put your channel up on YouTube, you'll see your icon, and then next to it there'll be what does it show? Let me pull it up on my phone. But it'll have a picture of a video camera. See, like on my phone, I can't see how to. Y'all can't see it, but on my phone there's a little video. So, like on my phone, if I push go live, uh, see, there's that. Now, if I push go live, it won't let me because I'm ineligible. I don't have 1,000 subscribers. But on your laptop, you can go live, and it's the same thing. It'll just show you up at the top by your icon, a video camera, and it just kind of walks you right through it. You don't have a laptop, Nona Grace? I'll have to look on my iPad and see if it'll work on my iPad. I just haven't tried it. You have to be able to have a camera. What is that called? Like I'm video because I have a camera on here. Oh, you have a laptop? It would be easy. You need to go live. You would have so many people on your channel. Jan, I would never be able to pick a specific time. Just simply because like the reason why I'm doing it now, like I said, I was epoxying stuff, and I had my windows open, everything was so cold. It got so cold I couldn't do it anymore. So I had to stop, let everything kind of air out, and close everything up so I could get warm. External camera. Yep, built in. Hey, Second Star, how are you? I've been on now for almost an hour and 15 minutes. It's another one of those spur of the moment things. So glad you popped in. We've been talking about everything weather, Miss Ginger. She interrupts everything. I've gone on a couple of times and seen that you had a live, but I had missed it. Just now you got your notification? Or you just kind of went online just now? I can't believe it's just saying it now. We were talking about crafts. I enjoy doing the lives. I enjoy coming on people's lives. Last year, and Jeannie can attest to this, we were popping on and going from one live to the next live to the next live. It makes it a lot easier to do these. If you're already in a friend type situation with people, my channel, y'all are my friends. I'm talking to you like you're my neighbor. I'm not putting on a show. I'm not, uh, you know, not trying to entertain you, but we're just having like if I call one of my friends or have you over. Second Star, I tried to do I didn't wasn't good at figuring out the secondary app on the phone. I do want to get to 1,000 so that I can do it on my phone because when I go someplace, if I want to do a live, I want to be able to. But I've got so many apps. I have 3 different one, two, three, four different phones. Two of them are working numbers because I have a business phone, and then I have my phone. And then I have two phones that I just use for apps, and all of them have got so many apps. They're just filled with apps because your phone can only hold so much. Okay, second star, where are you going? I should be cooking. I made chorizo and eggs this morning. Oh man, I get on a kick. I use Ustream for my phone. Ustream, huh? Is it real easy? Oh, I'll just wait till I get 1,000. Oh no, you don't have a cell phone? Not even a flip phone? Oh my god! Isn't that so funny? The thing, we never used to have this kind of stuff, and now I don't know what I'd do without it. This has been with my anxiety and stress, with my son being grown and everything, and this is my link, having sanity. I got to know he's okay, even just to say, "Hey, mom." That's all I need. You don't have a phone, second star? Hey, I miss not having a phone. And then I've got uh, a for my internet. I've got one of those AT&T things, so I've got mine never over. I never overextended. I mean, I have got millions and millions of whatever I have available. Oh no, no. Well, I I have my one phone with this business contacts. A lot of business contacts. So it just I have people calling me to haul oil to come. One of the guys I worked with here in North Dakota hauling oil begged me to come over and haul oil. He's an owner operator because he wanted to go to Thailand for the holidays. Well, and he was down in Corpus Christi, and he's got a really good uh, deal going there, and didn't want to lose that spot, and just wanted me to come down and drive for him for about 3 weeks down there, and I just wasn't going to do it. I'm tired of oil. Ugh. Even though it was a really easy job for me to drive all the way down there. And granted, I could stay on the truck; it was no big deal, and then drive all the way back. I wasn't interested, so I have a ton of business contacts. Oh, okay, Scott. Well, that's nice of you. Oh, them washers. I think that kind of stuff they make them where they only last so long. Second Star, I do too. I because I put on trail rides. I did when I lived down there, not in Corpus. I lived in George West, Texas. Uh, I put on trail rides, and so I put on a couple of beach rides down there. Oh, and we camped right on the beach with our horses and everything. It was great. You're in San Antonio? Oh, I love San Antonio too. I've got a lot of videos of San Antonio, the river walk, and I went to the safari thing, and I went to the aquarium. Where else did I go? I got lost in the wrong side of town. Oh, damn, or what are those uh, map thing? I was driving down there and it was like, oh my god, I was scared to death. The Alamo, yeah, I think that's what it's called. And then they've got the. I went to the caverns. I've got to redo my video tags and stuff on my older videos. I went to the cavern thing, and uh, they did the zip line, and yeah, I did a lot of stuff when I was there. Yeah, Corpus Christi. I mean, I couldn't. It's too humid. Texas was just too humid for me. I tried to last. 4 years. Everybody said you'll get used to it. My horses would get. I had 5 horses down there, um, and they were miserable. I have pictures. They just never eat. Like when I was on the beach ride, I look at them and I'm like, because when you travel with horses, even though I didn't travel very far, they they'll lose water for some reason. They get a little sunken in, and then sometimes it'll take them a day before they'll drink again. So, and then being of all the new smells, my horses are mountain horses. They'd never seen a seagull. They'd never anything. So, it was a lot of fun, but it was kind of stressful on them too. Yeah, and my horses, they had, well, like my son's horse, Cricket. She's in quite a few of my videos also. She's a dappled gray, or flea bitten, basically, horse. So she's white with little gray kind of specks on her. And the flies were like this long, whatever flies. She looked like vampire she had blood streaks. Now Domino is black, so you couldn't really tell on him. My paint Sunny, his neck was all black, so you couldn't tell on him. Who else did I have there? Mama, I had a sorrel horse, and you really couldn't tell that bad on her because she was red. But my son's horse, Cricket, it was awful. She's sleeping, Oh God, I clapped. She was asleep. It's okay. I messed it up. Ooh, now it's getting warm in here finally. I broke out my little crock pot. I've got what time is it? It's probably too late now. I've got a corned beef I bought. You remember my video way back when I buy a bunch of stuff and then I use my vacuum sealer and do it all up. Well, I had bought a corned beef and I cut it in half, and so I've been hungry for corned beef, so I got to put that in the crock pot. You know, not in. They probably were horse flies, but they were Texas horse flies. They weren't any horse flies I was used to seeing. It was awful, and I tried everything, and I have had horses my whole life. I've heard it all, seen it all as far as remedies and repellents, and I tried everything that I knew. I got to where I was even buying commercial stuff that was, it was ridiculous. Uh, so I was glad to get out of there. Uh, but now, I downside my one sorrel horse, the red horse mama. I had her. She was 33 years old when she passed 3 years ago. No, it was 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18. That was 5 years ago. And I ended up having to put her down. But I've gotten downsized. Right now, I'm only got the one horse that's mine. Uh, and like I said in my bucket list, 5 years ago, that this was something that I wanted to do as far as traveling and meeting veterans and stuff. That was the original plan, and I had a couple people that knew that I put on trail rides wanted to get involved with that with me. Well, here's the deal: it was all good until because I always did this on my dime. I put trail rides on. I never asked for anything. I just did it, and then it got to where, these other people that were interested in becoming part of something like that, and it was a great deal, and they had a few connections. And then it got to where they started wanting some money for this, and I'm like, no, 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 you're out. No, I don't do it for any kudos. I don't do it for. I don't expect to be paid for it. This is stuff that's on my heart that I'm gonna do. You know, uh, I've done everything by myself so far. I can keep doing everything by myself. So, because they wanted to have uh, go find a dealership, horse dealership, and have a horse trailer sponsored for me, which that would have been great, right? And they had a few connections that probably would have happened. But then when they started wanting money, and I'm not going to do it, I'll just stay my little podunk self and do this kind of stuff for me because that's on my heart and that's what works for me. So, uh, more baby horse plays. Oh, Nona Grace. Okay, yep. Jake's got to eat. Yeah, Steve. Hi. Oh, I'm so glad you made it. This is my second live. We've just been, now I'm on here almost an hour and a half. I so prefer this to making videos. I'm just, I don't have a film presence or a screen presence or whatever. This has just been so much, a lot more fun. So, we've talked about so much stuff already, but now I was talking about my uh, going around for veterans, and said I was hunting for another trailer. And there's a lot of trailers out there. The problem is, like my trailer that I have right now is a 3-horse with living quarters. If you've seen any of my videos, and what the way it is when you open up the back doors, there's a tack on one side, and open it up, and then the part where the horses go in. Well, I can flatten the tack part out and get a 4-wheeler in there. And I have got to get a bigger trailer, a 4-horse, that can also do that because I'm going to get a side by side, right? So it needs to be able to go all the way in the back. So it makes it a little harder finding the right trailer. And then after I get that, then I'll get the horse that anybody can ride. And so when I come visit you, Nona Grace, oh, she's gone. But when I come visit her, she can ride. And Nina, you can ride too. Oh, my biggest thing now, ever since I found out I had type 2, I'm 3 years now dealing with it. I'm not a doomsday person, but I just know, we don't know about tomorrow. And so I've kind of speed up some of the things that I want to do and get done. I've always been a workaholic and work, 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 work. And now I want to incorporate some of the things I want to do in that also. Now the problem child is right underneath me, staring under the table at me. So what's the degrees there where you're at today, Nina? I had everything opened up this morning, Nina, that I was epoxying some tumblers, and um I have to have all the windows open and the my fans going, and it's 0 degrees here, and then I had to I wear this thing when I'm dealing with epoxy. Well, it got too cold. I had to stop. And so I let things air out a little more and then close things up and cranked up my heater so I could get warm. 32. Oh, that would be nice. But next week, Monday, we're supposed to get to like 40, I think. So I'm excited about that. Silence. Uh, it's starting to get dark already. 4:18. It kills me. I cannot wait for springtime. I am itching to get back to work. I drive in a big truck. It's my thing. We got snow too. I don't know if snow is in our the weather app that I've got. It only goes for like a couple of weeks. I'm not sure. Well, it says on the 27th there might be flurries at night, and on the 30th, a little bit of flurries. Just little flurries here and there, but it's all supposed to be above 25 degrees all next week. Oh, I can't wait. I can't do anything in my horse trailer because I just have my horse trailer parked. It's not hooked up to any power or anything. So it's so cold. I can only be in there for a few minutes. It's too cold to do anything with. Okay, Paisley. Oh, look at the peace sign and heart. How'd you do that? Oh, I see an emoji thing there. I wonder if I type something. I'll probably mess it up. I'm not going to type anything. So, I got to get a hold Miss Ruthie at Popple Backyard Homestead. She still hasn't contacted me about winning that decal. And I've put it on the videos and everything. Let me check my email again. I don't know whether I should just have a redrawing or start bugging her if she wants it because I have to have her address. I don't have no email. So let's look in my spam. No, nothing in my spam. I'll just have to go on her channel and say something. Anytime I enter a contest, I check to. I always check to see who's won. I do it mostly to congratulate who's won. Nope, I don't see anything. What kind of soup you gonna make? That sounds good. I don't have anything to make soup. No, I probably should go too. I think she wants to go out again. That's the problem about being so cold, having to put so many clothes on just to go outside. And she knows I won't stay out now because it's too cold to be out. When it hurts in my nose to breathe, I'm not going to be outside. The warmer weather, spring is right around the corner. Oh, I just can't wait. And like I said, getting back to work. I'm wondering if I'm going to be the owner of the company told me last season that I would be getting a new to me truck. I doubt that it'll be a new truck, but a new to me truck. And I like my old truck. But so I don't know. We'll see. As long as it's not an automatic, I can't do automatic semis. I drove one once for about 4 hours and about killed me and whoever else was in my path. Oh, I bet. Ooh, your chicken. Do you let your chickens out, Nina? Are they safe to come out and run around? Maybe you'll build a little chicken tractor for them. Yeah, I'm going to start. I'll probably get a hold of my boss. Probably beginning of April. Let him know. I'll go. I'm ready. I've not been stationary in so long like this. This people say, oh, I don't know how retired people can just stay home. I wish I could be that way, but I'm not. Lots of hawks, so stay in the run. That yeah, a chicken tractor would be pretty good. I had when I raised my chickens and I had the young ones because they didn't know what about the boundaries and stuff because I free ranged and then they had a big huge I had a huge pen for them with cloth shade cloth over the top and everything, but I would let them out. But we had that issue too. So my young ones that were just learning, I had a chicken tractor built, and I just drove it around wherever I wanted them, and then they would it'll be in that safe. Simple grower, hi, oh Terminal, there you are. That's okay, Terminal. I've been on here a long time. I'm gonna have to go too. Simple Arjan, yeah. I'm I'm dreaming about it too. Sandy's Adventures. Have to run. No. Well, second star, don't. Yeah, be careful when you're driving. Who are you asking is live right now? I'm live right now, watching multitasking. Ah, it's already getting dark. Gosh darn it, I wish I would have put my what did I say I was going to cook? Corned beef. I'll make something else. An hour and 37 minutes, you guys. That's good conversation. Like I said, I'd much rather do this. Uh, Tomorrow, I've got my Sunday roll. Uh, so I've got my list all prepared for who's going to be on for tomorrow. And, that does work really good. Another friend on here put my videos on roll, and I could tell. I looked at my hour deal. Well, you enjoy your supper, Jan. Thank you for popping in. I tell you what, yeah, Miss Ginger's deciding it's time for her to go potty. It's 1 hour and 38 minutes. Woo! My apologies. I thought I had missed it. I'm pulling my hair out, trying to download music onto my video. I may just go ahead and post without the fancy. Yeah, it's aggravating. I use YouTube's music. It's easy. I use, who's my editor? Filmora. I just I used that back in the beginning, and then I let my subscription last, and then I was trying to do everything on my phone, so I used Filmora Go, and that worked really well. You're limited, but it did. But then it started doing things which I don't know if it was my phone, was it was the app, or what. But I was getting corrupted videos and losing videos. So, alrighty, y'all. I'm gonna go to now I got to open windows because I got it too hot in here now. And I still got another project I got to get done. So, and I got to message Ruthie. She hasn't, I got to let her know she won. She hasn't even come back to see. So, we're going to end this right here. And uh, I'm just going to pop in. I can't do scheduled ones yet. So, but I'm so glad everybody showed up. I really like these. It's more like friend conversations than doing a video. I'm such a dork on these videos. I just don't have, like I said, a screen presence or anything. So, alrighty, y'all. I'm going to push the end stream now. I will talk to you later. Adios.